Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Polina and my channel is all about living abroad, living in Spain and in Catalonia, and in general about some expats' problems and struggles. So in today's video I want to talk about what's it like to live in Spain, some of the pros and cons of living in Spain. So if you're thinking about moving here in the future, this video is for you, because I'm just gonna break it down, some of the good and bad points, so you can make a better decision. For many people, it seems like Spain is this paradise. It's always sunny and life is just amazing, all fiestas and siestas. And the truth is, all countries have bad things and good things. And Spain is a nice place to live, but it's not for everyone, because we all have different personalities and we just have to find a perfect place for us, which can be not that black and white. So let's start with the pros. The first thing is, of course, weather. I mean, I don't know the statistics, but it seems to me that it's literally sunny like 95% of all the days per year. No kidding, like when it's raining, and even when it's not raining but just cloudy, it's like, oh, today's different, you know? It's literally sunny every single day. I feel like rain is such an exception here. And I mean, it's generally really nice, but there are parts of Spain that are hotter than others. So if you don't like extreme heat, this might be not for you. Like south parts of Spain might not be the best place for you. Personally, for me, I don't really enjoy hotness like that much, because I mean, okay, I come from the north of Russia and I do want to live in a kind of a warmer place than that, but sometimes it's just too hot in summer. But anyways, in general, weather in Spain is nice. It's really nice, and if you're tired of living in a rainy town or country or a cold place, this is for you. Like it's gonna be really good for you. The second point is fun. Spain is generally a fun country. What I mean by that is that people here really like to enjoy their life. They all the time organize some fiestas, like especially in summer. I feel like every week something happens in one town or another. There is always something to do, some events, some activities, usually outdoors, because again, it's always sunny and the weather allows it, so why not? Also, the people here are really open, warm, and they just like they like to enjoy their life. And the third point is eating out, and in general spending a lot of time outdoors, which again is a really nice thing. People really like going out to eat. You don't need any special occasion for doing that. I think Spain is like a country in the world with most bars, or in Europe, I'm not sure, but like there are bars in every corner, literally everywhere. And bar here is not just a place where you go to drink on a Friday. No, a bar is, you can have a breakfast in a bar, you can have a lunch in a bar, you can have a wine at 12 in the morning in a bar, or a beer for like before going to work even. Okay, maybe not this one, but you know what I mean. Like people go to bars with kids here. Bar is a place where you do anything, literally. People go to bars during the week. You don't have to wait for the weekend to go there to eat or drink. And it's not just bars, also restaurants. In summer, restaurants by the sea are really popular with seafood, and you know, like really nice ones. And yeah, again, it doesn't have to be anything fancy, and you don't have to wait for the special occasion to go there. People just go there to spend time in a normal day, like it can be normal weekend or even during the week, and it's really nice. Fourth point is Spanish people are generally like chill and have this really relaxing mentality, if you know what I mean. Like people don't really stress that much, I think, as some other cultures. People are not so maybe negative, I'm not sure. Like people are more relaxed, as I said. Like they can go and have a beer on a normal day, on a Tuesday or Monday, whatever it is, just to enjoy their life, like rest after work. People really like doing siestas, like it's a thing, people actually do it. Not everyone, of course, but a lot of offices and shops actually are closed at the lunchtime, like from 1 to 4:30, something like that. Yeah, people are quite relaxed and they really try to have these moments just enjoying their life. Like, there is not culture of like overworking, hustling every day. No, people are generally like really relaxed and just chill. The fifth pro is Spain is quite a cheap country comparing to some other European countries. Now again, everything is relative and there are cheaper countries in Europe than Spain, but if you compare Spain with countries like Sweden, Finland, Netherlands, Belgium, all these North and Central Europe, Spain is cheaper and the food is really cheap. Rent can be really cheap in some parts of Spain, not in Barcelona and not in Madrid, of course, like in all capitals. Barcelona is extremely expensive in rent, and rent has been going up, to be honest. But still, comparing to other European countries, in other parts of Spain, rent is really cheap. Transport is quite cheap comparing to countries like Germany. And another good point of living in Spain is that there are really a lot of places to visit around here. I live in Catalonia and it's crazy how many beautiful places are there, like really unique towns and nature. And I'm not even talking about tourist attractions, but more like little towns, villages, a lot of beautiful places in the nature. There is always something to do. Like, if you want to do something on the weekend, you take a car and you go somewhere and you will find like really amazing places around the corner, basically. It just never ends. Every time I think, okay, we already visited everything that Google shows me in Catalonia. And there is always more beautiful places and it just never ends. Now let's go to bad things about living in Spain, because the sun is going down and I literally have no light in the room anymore. So the first thing is, I said before that Spain is generally cheap, and so the con of this is salaries in Spain are quite low in general, comparing to other European countries. So I really think that everything is proportional and there is no such country as where the salaries are really high, but the price level on anything is really low, no? Like, everything is proportional, and if a country is generally cheap, then of course the level of salaries is pretty low as well. So then this can be a very tricky thing when you live in an expensive city like Barcelona, because you still have pretty low salary level, which is more or less the same around the country, but the rent and other expenses are so high that you can barely meet the ends. So this is a huge minus of Spain. A lot of people from here, like Spanish people, go abroad for work opportunities. So if you want to move here for crazy high salaries, this might not be the place for you. Now, of course, if you're a crazy expert in some field and you're amazing, a specialist, you can find a good position and have a really good salary. But it's gonna be still probably lower than the same position in countries like Sweden, Finland, and so on, you know. So the second bad thing about living in Spain is cold. Now, I know this contradicts what I said about the weather before, but I was talking about the weather outside, and now I'm talking about the temperature inside of the house. So here's the thing. Spanish houses are not built to resist cold or heat. So basically, if it's really hot outside, it's gonna be super hot, impossible to live in summer inside of your flat. Unless you have, of course, an air conditioner, then you're saved. But what happens in winter is the temperature, like in northern parts, like in Catalonia and in the north, it can be quite cold in winter. So right now it's the middle of November and the temperatures were going to like 7 degrees at night and maybe like 15 during the day. And so every time it gets cold, the temperature inside of the flat is basically, okay, maybe not the same as outside, of course, but it really is affected by the temperature outside, and it's a little bit warmer, but sometimes like I come in from outside, from being outside, and I barely see the difference because it's really freezing inside of the house. Now, I don't know if this point sounds weird for you guys if you come from similar countries, because I come from the north of Russia and we have central heating in all of the houses. So I'm really used to like having -20 outside, but still being able to wear t-shirt with no sleeves inside of my flat, inside of my home. This has been like this my whole life until I came here and I realized here in winter you have to wear like crazy amount of sweaters inside of the house, and it's impossible to get out of the bed in the morning. It's so cold. And like, another bad thing here is that electricity in Spain is pretty expensive. It's actually very expensive. So people don't really buy like a lot of heaters, and yeah, some houses have heaters that people just turn on and off every night to not have it on all day. And then some houses don't have anything. I have an air conditioner which also works kind of as a heater, but it's so not enough. It's so not enough, and it's so expensive, and so that we have to all the time like take care that we don't spend like hundreds per month on electricity. And for me, it's really like suffering. Like, I couldn't get used to this. I'm still not used to this because it's just not how it should be. Like, I want to be comfortable inside of my home, and sometimes I cannot just, I'm so annoyed when it's so cold inside. I have to be with the tea like constantly. I cannot type in my computer because my fingers are frozen, and I cannot put more clothes unless like I have to put a winter jacket, but that's ridiculous. Like, sweaters is not even enough for me. Maybe it's just me, I don't know. But I heard that a lot of Russian people who were moving to Spain, they were saying the same thing about houses. Like, it's really cold inside. So the third point is also about the weather. In other parts of Spain, it can be really, really hot. And the thing is, it seems to people when they come in summer for vacations in Spain that hot is amazing. Like, you can just be swimming and, you know, be on the beach all day. But let me tell you, when you have to be in a public transport and it's +35, or in other parts of Spain like +40 or more, this is not funny anymore. And you don't want this heat to be like every day for months, because some parts of Spain it's really, really hot for a lot of months of the year, and also it's very dry. So here in Catalonia it's still pretty green, and on the north of Spain it's also pretty green because there are still rains and the weather is not so hot. But then other parts of Spain, it's really like a desert. There is no forests, no lakes, and it's really, really dry, and that's not the best. Oh my god, the sun is almost set. And the point number 5 is, maybe it will sound weird to you, but if you're a person who is used to going anywhere by car, like literally everywhere, there is just really no parking in cities. I mean, of course there is parking, but you have to always pay for the parking. The streets are so narrow. It's really hard to move with a big car. It's really hard to find parking. It's like if you're from America or Russia, like it's kind of the same in Russia, and you're really used to like big distance anywhere, like you just always take a car to go anywhere, even if it's a shop 10 minutes from you. This is not for you, because here it's really a culture of walking more than going by car, and everything is very, very small there, especially in the parts where there are mountains, like in Catalonia. Like Barcelona, it's quite a big city by the population, but the distance between one point and another, it's really small because there are mountains above Barcelona, so it can't really get extended that much. So everything is really tiny, the streets are really, really narrow, and there is just no parking anywhere. So people are really used to going by walk and by public transport. And this is very well organized, and its places are really well communicated usually. But yeah, it's just a thing that I thought about. It can be a plus as well. It doesn't have to be a bad thing. It can be a good thing if you don't mind leaving your car behind and just start walking anywhere you go. But like people in Barcelona, I'm sure a lot of people don't even own a car because it just doesn't make sense. You will spend more time in the traffic and searching for a parking than if you just walked or went by public transport or bicycle. So that's it for today. The sun is almost set. It's really dark. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you have any other questions about Spain, please let me know in the comments. And like this video and subscribe to my channel. I will really appreciate it. And see you in the next video. Bye bye.